Everything's a vibe. Like, this is science. Everything's got its own frequency. We know that energy is neither created or destroyed, it's merely transferred or transformed. When we speak in energy. I don't even think people pay attention half the time in conversation when I say, I feel you, I feel you, I feel you.
You said I read your mind the other day, but baby, we are just connected deeply in another way. That telepathy connection, energy that's manifested through that melanin, electric currents traveling kinetic. What you thinking?
Call my mama.
But my mama calling me. Coincidence, no higher common sense. I call it ESP. We are magic while this world's unraveling. 5G cannot limit our abilities from traveling. See, I'm on another level, dirty digging. Homie, get the shovel. I'm a rebel in this motherfucker, dancing with these demons. Got them screaming. This world is planting fear inside us. Clearly, I'm just over all the brainwashing. Time to wash your brain of all the pain, of all the stress, all the lies you told yourself. Open your eyes and realize you're a diamond in the rock. Don't let them tell you what you're not. It's time to show the world all this magic that we got with telepathy.
Don't hear me clearly. For me, language is liberation. The words that we have, they define and describe the very things that free our mind, but only when we choose with intention and pay attention to the frequency of the words that we use to construct our realities. Who do you say that you are? I am. I am. Those two words alone are the very beginning to a powerful sequence of awakening yourself to who and all that you are, have been, and will be. We talk in frequency.
Clouded visions, poison minds, can't see clear enough. The world full of interference, so God ain't hearing us. My spouse miles away, can't even take a walk in public. Coronavirus got us locked away like lab subjects. Close your eyes and you can feel the pain, we all connected. Empath, so I sense when every soul's ejected. A mystic, magical, way beyond simplistic. 5G blocking my chi, keeping our signals twisted. Communicate with my mind, mental telepathy. Into a nature, so we speak on different frequencies. My third, I watch, the other two never truly see. The world is an illusion shrouded in secrecy. A king by birthright, a god at first sight. Divine shine bright, blind the wicked at first light. Open your heart chakra and let these words shock you. We telepathic, use your magic like a witch doctor.
Or ancient Egyptian words of power that speaks to the soul. I command your soul to listen. Nukta chaz un mesura aritun ak em ta tema'u. Nukta chaz un mesura aritun ak em ta tema'u. Nukta chaz un mesura aritun ak em ta tema'u. The chaz un mesura aritun ak im ta tema'u.
Yeah.
Junkie going pretty, boy.
Hey, burn some sage, homie. Yeah, look, I had to sit down and meditate, connect with my soul. I had to change my diet, I had to switch up some goals. I had to evaluate plans and switch up on people. I had to switch my living, had to fight with the reaper. I had to fight my fears, I had to fall to the bottom. I had to search for myself, and yeah, I cried when I caught him. I had to be quiet, I had to listen some more. My son wasn't feeling loved, I had to kiss him some more. I had to talk to myself, I had to chat with God. I had to forgive myself, I had to accept my flaws. I had to focus up and cut off all my distractions. I had to
be quiet and follow up with some actions. I had to walk by faith and not walk what I see. I had to walk like I talk, and had to walk what I be. I had to fight with myself to overcome all things. I had to sit with myself before I sit with the kings. My soul is fading so far away. Hey, burn some sage, homie. My soul is fading so far. Yeah, look, I had to change my words, I had to start speaking life. I had to apologize, I had to make shit right. I had to control my urges, had to cut off some sex. I had to block some numbers, had to cut off some texts. I had to read some books, I had to pray every day. I had to go to the gym, I had to release some rage. I had to draw some boundaries and focus on me. I had to stop drinking soda, I had to get with the tea. I had to step in my power, I had to use my mind. I had to do my bid, I had to face my time. I had to fight my fears, I had to fall to the bottom. I had to search for myself, I finally cried when I caught him. I had to be quiet, I had to listen some more. My son wasn't feeling loved, I had to kiss him some more. I had to fight with myself to overcome all things. I had to sit with myself before I sit with the kings. My soul is fading so far away. My soul is fading so far.
Light body make the aura lit. I'm for the people, ain't no activist. This God body be the catalyst. Get magic from working with elements. What they call wicked is just absent truth. So I'ma just do me and you do you. This medicine music help me get through. Offer perspective per usual, offer diem. Instant gratification ain't useful, so I don't need it. I'm in it for longevity, rooted beyond the semen. I put in all my time so a hater could never seize it. Saw it coming like prophecy, prophesying through seasons. Head crowned by the highest when heavy, I balance beaming. Disrespecting on any realm, always gonna get you treated. I ain't gotta spin blocks cause my prayers could split the seas. Mountaintop is my view, bigger picture, I bird's eye it. I don't want your advice or opinions if you ain't try it. Naysayers get Nathan and politicians be lying. They in it for the profit, but Babylon is dying. I'm what the people need and no gatekeeper can hide it. See the vision so clearly, it's only matter of timing. Extend my gratitude on the path that I am driving. Ancestors gave instructions, I understood the assignment. Light body make the aura lit. I'm for the people, ain't no activist. This God body be the catalyst. Get magic from working with elements. What they call wicked is just absent truth. So I'ma just do me and you do you. This medicine music help me get through.
God body, I'm heaven sent. Listen to myself, the God inside me like a reverend then. I was on the verge to my end, then I settled it with this medicine. Like a doctor when I'm stepping in, my shit be over here. It's like a bubble when you think. Why you thinking you the shit when you barely even stink? I be on my own wave, watching silly niggas sink. Got the world inside my eyes and you can see it when I blink. Shit, I be trying to elevate the smallest of the minds. I know everything is simple, so I'm cautious with the sign. Niggas timid in the eyes, say I'm good, but the shit is full of lies. Sell an image to the people like a portrait in a prize. I ain't buying what they selling like I'm broke, like a politician. Niggas getting nothing but this hope. I ain't falling victim to the bullshit like a hoax. Getting messages from ancestors, write it in my notes. Shit, I'm uncomparable. This from the muscle tag cruise. Had to see the variables. I think these niggas scared of truth. You won't catch me hanging with them niggas like I'm scared of news. And I always had this medicine music, won't get a flu. Yeah, stupid. Yeah.
Light body make the aura lit. I'm for the people, ain't no activist. This God body be the catalyst. Get magic from working with elements. What they call wicked is just absent truth. So I'ma just do me and you do you. This medicine music help me get through.
I ain't got no time if you thinking that Shit. Look, man, I hit rock bottom and took the stones and built an empire. They asked me how you come about the smoke not smelling like fire. They say that life can be a bitch, so I made her my wife. I fell in love with this adversity and learned how to fight. Look, you don't know what wholeness feels like until you've been empty. You learn you've always been enough by the time you had plenty. Sometimes you gotta lose it all just to find yourself, to realize you had it all when you was by yourself. Cause I was down bad, got up in my bag, now I'm up again. Had to recognize who the fuck I is, had to run it back, ain't no fumbling. I hear you niggas mumbling, but you don't speak my lingo. So focus on my numbers, that they lining up like bingo. I done been through some shit that I probably never speak about. I done seen some lows that the pastor only preach about. I done did some things that some niggas only think about. Wrote this on my heart so nobody else can. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready. They ask me what I'm on, I just say my throne. Remember who I was, baby, welcome home. I've been in my zone, asking how I feel, great. Hungry for everything that's on my plate. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta wait. If you all you got, then you know what it takes. Why y'all niggas love to play? I get too much fucking grace. Had to choose what I won't take. If you drop me, I won't break. Baby, I'm built from the magic, I'm godly. Fuck around, finding out, I get it poppin', I get it choppin'. Yeah. Cause I done been through some shit that I probably never speak about. I done seen them lows that the pastor only preach about. I done did some things that some niggas only think about. Wrote this on my heart so nobody else could. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready.
Since it's already mellow, I'm gonna do something that's out of the normal routine. So if I miss 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a few notes.
You know what this whole thing comes down to? He's all right. He just needs a little time.
Yeah. Yeah, this the routine. Wake up and thank God for the new things. I got life, I got strength, you know true things. Now the world admiring how I do things. Nigga, it's the rule. It's the routine. Evaluate my goals, I gotta execute my true dreams. Get up off my ass and leave the past in the past. I'm taking out my own trash. Yeah, they said I wouldn't last, but now they see the root. They see the routine. Activate my genius. I evolved from them pipe dreams. Now I'm starting business. Mind my own business. Breaking records, Guinness. And I ain't stopping till I'm finished. It's all in my roots. It's in the routine. Drink more water and eat plants for the protein. Fridge full of sea moss and the shells full of herbs. See when you change what you eat, it'll change how you think. Nigga, change your roots. Your routine. I'm exposing all my roots, all my black thoughts. I'm black and proud, but a nigga don't want no black heart. Couldn't see the future, I took my mask off. They asking for the vaccine. I told them it's the water, nigga, Maxine. Reclaim time, yeah, this my moment, I proclaim mine. Thought I was Jesus, how I changed wine. I'm drinking water now. I'm in the kitchen, what you order now? Yeah, I got knowledge by the zip, go and break it down. My bookshelf full of scrolls. Sometimes I still grab my phone and scroll. Gotta practice self-control, gotta eat what feed the soul. All this peace in my bowl, had so much on my plate. Had a fork in a roll, but I did the dishes. It's a marathon, go do the distance. The hood looking for a leader, dog, I did the census. A young king, if you wanna make it out them trenches. Get a new dream, get a new team. Gotta focus on the routine.
It just needs a little time.
Yeah. It's power in the routine.
It just needs a little time.
Yeah. Nigga, focus on the root.
Running through the finish line. Self-made, bossed up, baby, I'm divine and it's by design. I ain't even gotta flex, they know I'm a guy, feel it in my vibe. They salute me when I'm in the streets. In the waters, yeah, we dive deep. Riding the wave, I done found purpose, balancing the current. Tell me, can you see? In this industry, that's full of sharks coming for your heart every time you bleed. Only the real gon' remain solid. And staying tall, ain't no compromising. On this road, gotta move righteous. Me and God always in alignment, yeah. Me and God always in alignment. Me and God always in alignment. Doing this for the free souls, the ones that's following their own road, the ones that always keep it real, even if that mean you gotta ride solo. The ones that do the inner work, healing through their trauma, look at how they soul glow. Looking right through the veil, third eye vision, I don't need a GoPro. My ancestors rocking with me. Keep the channel open, they the ones that told me I had to get out of Philly. When you spread your wings, doing better things, niggas find a problem with it. Crabs in a barrel, blocking all their blessings, baby, and I'm drowning in them, let's go. Running through the finish line. Self-made, bossed up, baby, I'm divine and it's by design. I ain't even gotta flex, they know I'm a guy, feel it in my vibe. They salute me when I'm in the streets. In the waters, yeah, we dive deep. Riding the wave, I done found purpose, balancing the current. Tell me, can you see? In this industry, that's full of sharks coming for your heart every time you bleed. Only the real gon' remain solid. And staying tall, ain't no compromising. On this road, gotta move righteous. Me and God always in alignment, yeah. Me and God always in alignment. Me and God always in alignment. Me and God always in alignment. Me and God always in alignment.
Yeah. Peace and blessings, Starseed. Peace and blessings. It is the goddess Israel, and welcome to Pronoia Starseed podcast, y'all. Thank you for being here. Can you hear me loud and clear this time? Hope so. Yes, yes. Peace and blessings, baby roots. Peace and blessings. All the Starseeds in the building tonight. I'm assuming you can hear me clearly. Yes. Well, thank you for being here again. It is the goddess Israel, and tonight is Pronoia night, but it is not my Pronoia night. No. Tonight, the story Alchemist is in the building. Am I? I'm like, let me slow down. The story Alchemist is in the building. That's right. Knowledge born online is in the building, and he's definitely got some lessons for you students. So I hope you are ready. You are ready to learn. I am very ready to tap in and get our story on. Are you writing a book? Are you thinking about writing a book? Are you writing down your history for your children? Are you writing poetry? Are you a writer? Do you write in your journal? Meet us here. Okay. Long as you can hear me good. I'm not talking most of the night, so now I'm not worried about me. I'm gonna mute. But without further ado, and I hope I don't sound like a robot. If I do, welcome to Planet Venus. This is not this Israel. I am bringing to the stage the story alchemist, knowledge born Allah. Without further ado, yes, that's awesome. Hold on, I'm going to share that information. But without further ado, I bring to the stage knowledge born Allah. I don't like this one. Let's do that. All right. Peace.
Peace. Blessings, star seeds. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. I'm in the building. I want to give a strong shout out and strong salute to you, Starseed Mother Ma'am Goddess Rael, for opening up your platform. Do Knowledge Radio turns 11 this month, and 20 days exactly. And from day one, actually day zero, we let all kind of people come through the platform. All kind of special people, come through the platform. But for you to put such radical trust in converting listeners into guests and then guests with recurring segments and then like create a whole entire Starseed universe slash university for us to be able to come through and to make yourself available on our times and schedules and then give us you. I'm like, wait a minute, are you fading in? Because we be coming here for you. I'm like, no, 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 I'm still here. And then to elevate in the way that you've elevated visually, aesthetically, all of these things, and then continue to do this on a consistent basis. Like this season 6 has been I don't even want to know what season 7 gonna look like if this was season 6 looks like. You understand
Man,
what I'm
season
saying?
7 gonna be
So I
off
just
the
wanted to
chain.
give you your love, your honor, your flowers, your gratitude, and your proper reverence because I do a broadcast. It ain't this. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't this. This is superb. This is top tier. This is marketable. And it has the feel and the approach of constantly expanding and ascending. So I wanted to give you, your love and your honor. I do because, you know, turning strangers into family because we over here with you, like y'all saying, I'm saying, Pronoia saying we over here like, oh, who you are, you dope, 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 you dope. It went from who that to you understand what I'm saying? Like that convergence of family. And now it goes from everybody having their own story to a convergent point where we have a story that we share together. I wanted to give you your love and your honor first.
Much
Also, today
appreciated.
is the Ascension Day of Michael Brown, who was tragically taken from us uh, on this day in 2014. Many of the people who kind of came into the space of resistance were either radicalized by Trayvon Martin's ascension, Sandra Bland's ascension, or Michael Brown's ascension. So there are different waves and shifts in regards to consciousness and in regards to resistance. So, wanted to give credence to the old. He was a young man, 18 years old. Tamir Rice also, you know, so their stories live on, and they don't leave when the person's life in the physical world stops. They continue on. You understand what I'm saying? So, God's why I was talking to you, my starseed mother, ma'am. Okay, so when you address her as starseed mother, ma'am. Um, Talking about the importance of documenting, right? So she gave me the story Alchemist, right? She gave me and bestowed me with the title of Story Alchemist. So the ability to take and weave all of the aspects of the story together in one, cohesively. Who you are is a story, where you're from is a story, your birth is a story, your naming story is a story, your zodiac sign is a story, your numerology is a story, your human design is a story. Everything that you receive here, from the rose corner to everything else that's comprehensive here in the university, is the first of its kind because we thought and we were taught and trained that school was segmented by subjects and they don't coagulate. You got English, language arts, you understand what I'm saying? ELA over here, social studies over here, science over here, mathematics over here. You got all of this stuff that's segmented because you're subject to a rule. And over here, this is a cohesive environment. So everybody shows how they're able to intermingle from every aspect and level and how the stories are intertwined. So Your numerology is connected to your human design. Is connected to you know all of this. Like you could come over here on a Tuesday and be like, "Hey, I'm only here for transformation on Tuesday," and get hit with everything else. Like, wait a minute, that's right. You was talking about something you was sharing, and you said something about tarot. I didn't know you was in the tarot. Oh, I didn't know you was in the human design. Oh, I didn't know you would knew no numerology. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, you could come here from one thing and get everything. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Mahatma got the sound bowl. She got some sound healing for you. She got some. There's so many stories that's being told, and this is what the presenters are presenting. We didn't even really get into their stories. You understand what I'm saying? You didn't really get into their stories. So their stories are important. What they offer, what you offer. So the people that are listening, if you think about something that you do well without effort, could you explain it to somebody who didn't know anything about it? How would you go about it? So Baby Ruth, honest to her, she said, plants, how studying my house plants helped me transform. That's a whole world of people that would benefit from that story. Everybody has a house, okay? Even if they're on the street, they sleep somewhere, they could take a plant out there. They write them out plants. They might be in tune with some dandelion roots that could help them from a health perspective, and they'd be out there. So if you the earth is a house because it starts from the mind and then the womb. These are all houses with stories. The body is a conduit for that sort of story. So the story of your body. Guys, I think I told you one time I was overseas, and one thing you don't ever want to do unless you got 2 hours to waste is to ask an elder person how you doing. You give them the greeting of the day, and if you ain't got 2 hours, you keep it moving. But if you say, "Well, how you doing?" Oh yeah, an hour's gone, easy, easy, because they're gonna tell you about every ache and pain in their body, how their family is doing, from themselves to all of their children to their grandchildren and to their great grandchildren. They're going to tell you that right there on the spot because we say how you doing from a colloquial space. We don't really care how you doing in America. Okay, in America, we don't care about how you doing. We say how you doing and they be mad because you answering us. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. You good? All right, yeah, all right, boom. Unless we're like we have some sort of intimate connection. Well, how the babies, how this and how that, like, so there's something that's like that. But them elders across the spaces, you asked how you doing, how I'm doing, I got you. It's carved out. So for your talents, your gifts, your skills. If you draw, if you break dance, if you sing, if you make things, if you break things, whatever you do, there's a story associated with it. There's a line that you can trace back to some place in your life when this first started for you. So, Goddess Rael, can I put you on the spot real quick?
Okay.
It ain't nothing crazy, okay? It's about Pronoia Starseed podcast.
Hmm.
When you begin, how was this revealed to you? Like in your mind? Like how did divine speak to you in this sort of way? Like what did you see? What did you hear? What did you dream? What did you channel? Whatever that was.
Oh, it was revealed to me on the back of a bus, on the back of a
Mm.
public bus, after I asked Divine what I should be doing with myself. And I was speaking on a spiritual level. I had accomplished a lot in my career. You know, all the things I set out for, I had done, but I still had felt a lot of emptiness. And it was because I felt like I wasn't doing what I needed to do while I was here. And I just didn't know what that was. So I asked Divine, what should I be doing, like spiritually? And then I pulled up behind a bus, and there was a bus that said, "Are we need to talk?" And it had a microphone. And for me, it just was like, oh, okay. So Divine wants me to speak for some, and
Mm.
who is we that need to talk? Spirit. So I felt like, okay, I'm supposed to speak and allow spirit to speak through me. Like that was the message I received from the bus. But yeah, that's how Pronoia kind of started. Because I knew I had all this information being downloaded into me and I just didn't know what to do with all of it. So I was just trying to figure out, what am I supposed to be doing? And just as clear as I asked that message, because I'm always open to hear from divine and I believe in receiving messages. So all it took was for me to pull up behind that bus to get that confirmation. And I knew that was the message for me.
Boom. Put a 9 in the chat if you're a reader, if you would read that story. Put a 9 in the chat if you would buy that book, if you would watch that mini series, if you would watch the docu series, the web series, whatever the case may be. Put a 9 in the chat if what she just described in regards to Pronoia Starseed, did it intrigue you? Did it inspire you? Were you like, damn, okay, I didn't even know that. Oh shit, I was on the bus, girl. Let me tell you about the time I was on the bus. And it wasn't anything where you had to be prompted for it. It's literally boom. This is it. And you were back on the bus in that moment, right? Am I
No,
bugging?
I was behind the bus. I was driving and the
You
bus
was
was in
driving
front of me.
when you was explaining it. Were you driving in the car? Did you go back to the time? Did you see the bus? All of that?
Yeah, I did. Exactly. I was sitting in the car. I could see the bus in front of me. And it had said 1111 on the back of the bus, too. That was the other confirmation. The bus said 1111. Or we need to, I mean, it was just so many confirmations on the back of that bus. It was just like, okay.
A good story is supposed to do that to you. A good story is supposed to take you to the place, like a good song. A good song,
Yeah.
you know, any of them songs, you know, you put on The Cure at the beginning for a song. I went all the way back. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that was it. Like it teleported me from where I am currently to back then. You know, so it holds good weight, genetic memory. And with Smart Video Girl, when she talks about the brain and she talks about our psychology, you know what I mean? Like, you know, get your ish together, it starts with you, blah, blah, blah. The different aspects of the brain, the reptilian aspect is the part of the brain that's kind of like root chakra in regards to the brain, right? So anything at that level is dealing with root chakra sort of energy. So in order for them to sell you a product or get you to participate in a service, they have to deal with it from an emotional perspective, right? So scarcity, you know, you think you're about to miss out on something. All these things is in a way, and it goes to marketing. They deal with the psychology. They deal with the brain. They know what colors and all of these things to emit or elicit an emotional response or make an emotional connection, one way or the other, right? So they say every story is a love story. So whether you love the villain or you hate the villain, you know, with Michael Rating Jr. for all the powerites that are out there because you know power just was over and now it's raising Canaan about to be over, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. Whatever character you liked in that story or hated in that story, they were there on purpose. They were there with a purpose. They wanted you to connect with somebody in the story, and you only watch for the somebody. And if it ain't somebody, it's whatever's going on in the story, whatever character or the story itself, you know, because that power universe is vast. So when you look at the story and what you're telling and how you're telling the story, there's a couple of things you want to look at. Like when people used to hit me up, like, yo, knowledge, man, I want to start a podcast. I said, how much time can you devote realistically? It's 24 hours in a day. How many times can you? I said, you want to do this once a month? I don't. God's right. Why they be getting offended when I ask them, like, you want to do this once a month? They're like, no, no, I got more time than that. I said, realistically, do you know how long it takes? Do you know what it entails? Where you want to do it? who you want to market to, who's your target audience, who's your target demographics, where are they at, how are you going to market to them, what social media platforms are they on, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, huh? These are all of the things that go into these are all of the intangibles. The tangible is like, okay, I have a message, I got something I want to talk about, I'm real passionate about it. Like, who want to hear it, and why should they hear it from you? Oh, these are all aspects in regards to that, and it might be a little intimidating at first, but you're supposed to speak from your essence. And when you speak from your essence in whatever way you do, the people who you're supposed to craft that message for is going to gravitate towards it. So if you a dancer, you ain't got to say shit. You dancing. And you out there dancing, and the people who's supposed to gravitate towards that dancing, yo, I need you in this video. Hey, can you come to my school? Can you come to my after school program? Can you come to here and teach these people how to dance? We'll pay you. This is something you just wanted to do your whole life. You didn't care if money was associated with it or not. But once you put that out there, these things start to gravitate towards you, right? So you get that on one side, and then the other side, like, who does motherfucker think that he could dance or she could dance and blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that ain't how you do that, and this and this. Well, back in 84 and back in 47, I was the best dancer. So you shrug all of that off, and what that does is fortifies you, against all odds. So when you internalize that, now when you sit down and you begin to craft a message because you want to do something for dancers. And you start this, writing this thing, recording this thing, whatever the case may be. And now the dancers have parents or they have significant others. How can we support our dancer? That's another story. You just started off, you was dancing in your head. You was dancing in your mama's womb. You've been dancing since you came out your mama's womb. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, that's beautiful. Look, the plant lady. Okay, we need the plant lady saga. Okay, because people got brown thumbs. Okay, baby Ruth, they ain't got green thumbs no more. You understand what I'm saying? And with the advent of the Reggie epidemic coming to an end, how are they gonna be getting that oh no or the super oh wait? You understand? So the medicinal aspects in regards to agriculture. In Nile Valley, they call it the science of husbandry. So if you would see, you know, a man out there tilling the ground, that's his commitment to honoring the aspects of Mother Earth. So from the womb of the earth, planting the seed and the womb of the earth, giving access to sunlight and access to irrigation. And the weeds grow before the seeds grow. That's proof of life, testing the soil. So now you out there communing. You don't detest the weeds. Stop using that crazy stuff that weed be gone. Go out there and thank them weeds. Weeds don't grow where there are where there's no life. I ain't never seen no weeds in the desert, man. You understand what I'm saying? So it's proof of life. So you thank the weeds to go. And if that seed can fight through the process of being tested by the weeds, you got the strongest crops. You understand what I'm saying? So in regards to your story goes from that. Something that's a thought in the mind, a dream that you had. The mothers know. The mothers that's in tune, they know. You seen them children that you had long before. Maybe when you was a child, you seen them children. That's how long they've been sojourning with you in spirit. So now, when these babies come through your womb and they get 3/4 of their physical, chemical makeup structure from you, and 1/4 from the maybe. Okay, 1/4 from the maybe. Uh, that's the process, right? So there's a story, but in realistic aspects of genetics, my mother said you get 33 and a third from your mother, 33 and a third from your father, and 33 and a third from your own. So now these are all stories. These are all stories that come together. So you have to know your spiritual lineage and your ancestral lineage from a genetic space. And then you have spirit guides, and then you got spirits that just have a affinity for you. Understand what I'm saying? They just have an affinity. They ain't in your bloodline. They ain't in your ancestry. They just like, yo, God's Israel dope. You understand what I'm saying? Like Biggie is one of those guys for me that just show up. Like, boom, Biggie. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, all right. So, it matters. And then, through your friend groups and your associations, there are people that gravitate towards them, right? For years, for instance, God is found. Every Even in this month, like Emmett Till, Emmett Till's mother, Mamie Till, would come to me. Right, you heard me do a piece about her. She would come to me, and I would talk about Mamie Till and Emmett Till, and I would talk about uh, Samaria Rice and Tamir Rice. They're together, right? So every time something happens with a situation with some children, the mother's called Samaria Rice, Tamir Rice's mother. She's like the mother of all of the mothers. So I had to think about how it could bring you joy in your heart and pain in your heart at the same time. Directly, you get to be there for somebody else's family in an instance where you shouldn't have to be there for somebody else's family. And then you're re-triggered about your own, what it cost you to be here, right? So, but you're invigorated by the connection with the other people at the same time. And she's a warrior for justice, right? So those stories, and from that connection, every time I saw Queen Mother's Samaria, I saw Mamie Till with her. You heard me talk about Dr. Betty Shabazz. She's one of those others. A warrior for keeping black families together, especially young black women with children. She is someone you invoke for guidance and wisdom and love and patience. And in case you got to put a foot in somebody's behind, too, because she ain't playing at all. Not even a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? So her mind, in essence, saved a lot of families. She was a young woman, a young child who was abused in the foster care system, and she was, well, by her mother, pardon me, and she was taken to the foster care system. She became a miracle child for a family who couldn't conceive. So they treated her like who she was actually supposed to be. So she grew up in that household. Contrary to Malcolm, I ain't gonna, I already did that, but um, these are all stories that resonate and stay with me over the years. For me, I started writing at the age of 9. So I was like, oh, if the knife is open, we're dealing with 9 today. 9 is born, and born is to bring things into existence, either physically or mentally. So we're giving birth to a story today. And you go through that period of gestation, 9 to 10 months. If you like me, you ain't wait that long. I came out in the 6th month. I was like, I got ish to do. You understand what I'm saying? I saw a picture with my mother when she was pregnant with me, and she gave birth to me like a couple days later. She didn't even look like she had no child. You understand what not even a little baby bump or nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Surprise. Ha kaboom. Guess who steps in the room, right? So, dealing with 9. At the age of 9, my mother told me, "Oh, you're gonna write a book," because I was writing all of these essays, all of this stuff, and all of that. Writing and reading was for fun for me, and my mother figured out if I had books around me, the world was safe. I didn't have no books around me. Anything was liable to happen. So, in that infinity, when I write, who I write for, is I described him as a little 9-year-old boy. The twin of him is me. So my 9-year-old self, since we're in Leo season, you understand what I'm saying? I don't know how I made it through Cancer season because I was in my field of deals. Okay, I was in my field of deals. I don't know about you. You understand? Retrograde and Cancer season and field of deals don't go together good. But by the grace of God, she did it. She didn't have to do it, but she did. Okay, so honest to Mother God for getting her raggedy son through the toils. All right, but yeah. So she, that gestation period, 9 months, 9 years old. Today's the ninth, right? And that 9-year-old me was looking to share the greatness of our people with them. I learned the greatness of us in my household, through my family, through education, through the Black encyclopedias, through people in my neighborhood, through some of the elders, through some of the people who taught me martial arts and, spirituality and all of those things that, you know, turned me into the man that I am. So I sought to give those things back to young people because our young children deserve a chance. They deserve the chance to be children, unfettered, uninterrupted. They shouldn't have to be thinking about what they need to contribute to the household and how they're gonna pay this bill or what's in their name or their credit and all that. You understand what I'm saying? They should be able to get to be young. And like you teach, for some of the healers, for some of the starseeds, the circumstances was not like that. We were made grown before our time because of the gifts, and the ability to be able to manage those gifts required you to grow up pretty fast, like almost overnight. So you don't even get a chance to have childhood. And then you have children, you kind of know how to deal with that, but you kind of don't because you wasn't a child. You had to be somebody grown. So they're giving you growing pains. And the miracle of it is that you get better at it. You get a chance to see it, and then you go back to your young self. You go back to your inner child because you see your physical manifestations on somebody else's face, but it's your face. So I'm bringing all of these things up because all of these things are aspects of stories. And when I decided to write and to finish that book that I had started when I was 9, that never got a chance to come out because it didn't come by my hand. It came by another young man. He was a little older than me, like 12 or 13. And that book is called From Niggas to Gods. If y'all seen that book or those two books, those are the books that I was writing. A bunch of essays on the Black experience and, our way in the world at 9 years old. That's right. Okay. This is what I was gonna have, a collection of essays. I had started writing the essays and all those things, right? And I had everything except the title of the book. And if I thought if I would have had the title of the book, I'd have been all right. But, I was 9, okay? Give me a 9-year-old Gemini who finished something that they start. Right? And I know some 99-year-old Gemini, they don't be finishing what we start. We start and be like, oh, butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. So, easily distracted. But we could start 600 projects. We'll tell you, boom, and don't finish ish, okay? So, in the midst of promising my listening audience, through Nas Radio in particular, that these 5 books were that I'm just writing, still writing them, right? They aren't finished. I was like, I need to see something done with my name on it, right? So we got them first 5 ebooks in the series of Voices of the Diaspora, and then those 5 books turned into 13 books, and the physical print books are I'm still writing them. But once I seen something done with my name on it, I had the motivation to continue because I'm like, am I just writing into uh, so am I just writing into the void? You understand what I'm saying? But funny enough, though, guys, I was on Do the Knowledge Radio when it was just audio, the Blog Talk days, and I was being interviewed by one of my teachers, Nasu Unkwanu, Fanine Su, one of the sharpest and foremost authorities of all things Nile Valley culture. Um, he does tours. He took his whole family over there. His family is raised up in the traditions. They can read the hieroglyphs off the walls. Okay, like dope, dope, dope. Right. So I'm being interviewed by him, and he's like, "What's next for Do Knowledge Radio?" And as Mother God is my God is right out, I describe every single thing that I'm doing right now and have been doing for the past couple of years, 9 years ago, verbatim. I said everything except Voices of the Diaspora. Every single thing. The in-person interviews, filming. I ain't have a camera. I ain't even know how to cut the daggone camera on. You understand? Books, all of that. I ain't know how to write no book. Whatever the case, all of it was that push, right? So I'm sharing all of these things with the audience because you have stories in you that the world needs. The world is in need of your story. The world is in need of your vision, your insight, your gifts, your skills, your tutelage, your lived experience, that masterful thing that's in your mind, that dream that's in your head that won't let you sleep at night, that keep you up. All of those things. And you're like, how do I start? Where do I go? What am I supposed to do? Yada, 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 yada. And I wrote a book about it. Like to hear it. So, God's trial, if you could share the book cover, pretty please. And this is Voices of the Diaspora, Volume 9, Mastering the Craft of Telling Your Own Black Story, right? My original cover was more attributed to my muse, which is the black woman, for my mother, my grandmother, great grandmother, all those mothers in the line of divine that I descend from and ascend to. So it's more of the mother God energy. And there was it was a year or so ago, and then I went through to revamp, and I wanted a different look. I wanted to incorporate all of the spectrums of everybody that's here, that's present, for the speakers, for the singers, for the performers, for everybody that's out here in the world that provides a talent or a skill to the world, how to market that to the general public, right? From thought form in your head or your heart to making it happen with your hands, right? So this is created with you in mind, okay? Your voice, your story, your legacy, right? So it's a way for you to be able to see yourself. And uh, when God Israel and gave me the opportunity to be, part of this clique over here. I was like, all right, boom, I'm gonna teach from this volume. I wrote this volume for Pronoia Starseed University. So this is literally for you. I was like, all right, I'm talk about storytelling. All right, I'm gonna write a volume. And Goddess Rael said, rock on with your bad self. Well, I was like, all right, let's make it happen. So, boom, this is volume 9. It is available if y'all so inclined to get it. Bang bing. And I'm going to be reading from chapter 9. All right, so I'm going to ask one of the reflective questions that's here at the end of chapter 9. It says, what story, gift, or creative work have I been holding back because I was waiting for someone else's approval instead of believing in my own vision? Okay? Let me get back to the screen. What gift, what story have you been holding back on? What's something that you're supposed to be doing, something you're supposed to be creating, some story that you're supposed to be telling, that you're supposed to be sharing with the world, but you got in your own way. You got your arms folded like, I don't know if my story good enough. I don't know if anybody want to hear what I got to say. What am I doing? What am I talking about? You understand what I'm saying? So Goddess Rael just shared with y'all she was accomplished in the corporate structure world, but she still wasn't feeling fulfilled. We got the checklist. She checked all of the lists. It was like check, 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 check. I still some sort of emptiness, right? So the abruptness of her being a seer, a hearer, a feeler, a medium, a conduit for spirit, have to excel in a way that she didn't go through the other spaces like most children. So she went and got busy, went to go be a provider and you understand what I'm saying? And she, Goddess Rael was one of those storm chasers, right? In preparation for the storm that she has cultivated, that is Pronoia Starseed podcast. Okay. So this storm chaser. So if she's a storm chaser, she knows where the storm is going to be and where the storm is going to subside. So there's a space where she begins to learn that sort of transformation and say, oh, no, tonight, hey, okay, oh yeah, bring them winds of change, oh yeah, okay, so yes, so that space of transformation, right? So the storm chaser, changing your life, like I said, born is to bring into existence either physically or mentally. So that transformation, that do you have the ability? Are you prepared to weather the storm? What comes along with the storm? Whatever's in the path of the storm, whatever's in the eye of the storm, and all of those things, right? So, what have you allowed you to block yourself from doing? Block yourself from becoming? Block yourself from creating? Block yourself from speaking? Block yourself from ascending to? I need some answers. Tell me something. Tell me what's one of those things. Because I wanted to get into the guise of having you metacognitively think about what you're thinking about. Metacognition means to think about what you're thinking about, right? So you can have a metanoia. And the metanoia, as the freaky Greeks said, is a 180-degree shift in thought about that. Because once you change the trajectory of your thinking, in regards to that, you change how it all appears to be now. So you change that you and I verse. Okay? So speaking my unfiltered truth. All right. You would have to go back to the point of origin where which you begin to filter your speech. What were the circumstances surrounding that? Who, what, where, why, and how? If the people that are in your circumference love you, they know you. If they don't know you, they're going to learn today. So the plant lady knows how to give this truth raw and unfiltered because it's from the root that things grow, not from the leaf. So when you think about you telling the truth, you tell the truth in a way that people may not like it at first, but it helps them to grow. It helps them to grow. You know, the plant medicine ain't like the sugar medicine. It ain't addictive. So that plant, that root medicine transforms you from the inside out. But it might be bitter, it might be sour, it may not taste good, but it is good for you, like the truth. So this unfiltered truth has to be given in a manner that only you can give it in a way that's healing and not harmful, right? So now, what you learn about that sort of plant-based medicine is that the poison and the cure difference is in the dosage. So in that dosage of sharing this truth, you know you have to learn how much to give somebody. Because the same thing that's the truth can be received as poison. The same thing that could be received as the medicine can be the toxic. Okay? All right, so fear of being seen. Oh, we getting into the stories. I don't even need to read the book. We getting into the stories of the stories. I see them. Fear of being seen. Seen by whom? You shouldn't have any fear about being seen. They should have a fear about what you see in them. You understand? So I think they kind of go together because if you don't want to be seen, you don't want all the attention that come along with the ilky filthies out there. You understand what I'm saying? So the ilky filthies, if they can see you, you also can see them. So if they worried about being seen, that's why the vampires have their asses out of the sunlight. So they're off in seclusion. They sleeping in the coffins and all of that. You understand what I'm saying? And they coming out to feed on the flesh. But you a daywalker. Yeah, the lusty musty. They're vampiric. They're vampiric with energy. And if they see that energy, they want to try to feed off of it. They want to try to come up off of it. You understand what I'm saying? So when you think of it in that approach, you set your intention in this way in regards to your story, your relationship with you and divine. The only reason why you had these experiences is to be able to help somebody else through them. That's the only reason why. That time has come and gone. So you can speak to people at all of the levels. You had the musty, dusty attraction to help somebody be able to recognize that, and at time you have moved past that. So now you are only going to be truly seen, heard, and felt by those who are in need of that same sort of transformation that you went through. You can help people transform themselves from the inside out, so they're no longer codependent upon things that are harmful to them. So you can collaborate with the plant lady and y'all can come up with prescribed doses and medications for the afflicted starseeds who are out here in bad spaces and places within themselves and relations to others because they stayed someplace too long or they gave too much to somebody who ain't supposed to have it. You understand? So now you're crafting your story and your message with them in mind. You pick one of those people, and you begin to write for them or speak for them or create for them or film for them. Whatever your skill set is, if it's all of them, then do it all. But if it's one, those things that you master, have that space in regards to that and remember that person. If it's somebody in your family, somebody in your ancestry, somebody in your mitochondrial DNA that's not physically here, that's even better because you're working with them and they're working with you. And everybody in your ancestral lineage who suffered from that affliction becomes healed in that way. So if they're healed on this side, wherever they are, and they're healed on this side, wherever they are, now they bring the people, seen and unseen, to that space. Now they come to you. Understand? So all of these are thought forms in regards to the power in your story. So you can no longer cleave to or hold on to this hesitation any longer because this fire horse year, it was just January. It's damn near December. Okay? Things are moving fast and time is not waiting for you. Time is not waiting for you, but time is on your side. You don't have to be in a rush, but you have to be decisive and intentional with how you're moving and executing in regards to this because all of these things become a part of your story. So when you speak about it, you can show and prove. You can show and prove, okay? For all of your timelines. So, everybody's talking the portal day. We still in the portal energy to Wednesday from what I understand. So let's create something great that'll last for all time. Let's create something great that will last for all time. Let's turn that 8 on its side and make it infinity. You can create abundance and prosperity for all eternity, for all infinity, for your future generations, everybody that will come after you, even if you have to reincarnate in this physical realm, you want it better than when you left here. So that continual space and sign in regards to what that is, you can take that power of that portal and make it forever. What was that song? Make It Last Forever? You can make this abundant space for all your future generations now. The power of now. So they don't have to inherit that. Okay? Look, as soon as you said that, well, numeralytic mama is in the building. I seen her. She up in here, okay? She is up in here. Life path 8, personal, yeah, 8, okay, okay. We got to get with Queen B. All right, Queen B got the Baba Bean. All right, so yep. So the clips as well. Boom. So, is there anybody else that's listening that is struggling with procrastination? In this book, I have a soundtrack, and in this soundtrack, the audio soundtrack is by my brother Tahir RBG, and I love the song. It's called "Cut the Devil Head Off." You understand what I'm saying? So, "Cut the Devil Head Off" is whatever is having you in a space of stagnation, that's having you in a depressed or an oppressive sort of state. You chop that devil head right on, off, the cut it off. You understand what I'm saying? No more procrastination, no more stagnation, only elevation, you know, and that elevation is going to cause you to become something that's in you that's lying dormant, but you have to get in tune with that. You understand what I'm saying? Where can I get the book? I will tell you at the end, babe. Okay. Bars. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. 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 So that's deep. Let me go into. Let me see. I got a couple of more questions. Let me ask one more question over here. If I were to become an ancestor tomorrow, what books, music, films, photographs, recordings, or ideas would my family inherit from me? Deep one. Deep one. Deep one. What are you creating for the people to come after you? Queen B got a book, okay? Queen B got a book. It is 50,000 pages in this book. I'm joking. But it's her life's work and her connection to numeralytics. You understand what I'm saying? And she's giving us the inside track in the game for what it is. I know that's right. Pronoia Starseed podcast. Yes, this place right here, this sanctity. You understand what I'm saying? So we need the universe is conspiring in your favorite video games because everybody, you know, there's some gamers out here. We need the anime characters. You know, there's an anime population. You understand what I'm saying? We need the dope gear for all the dope gear. We need the Pronoia Starseed sneakers for all of the sneaker folks that's out here. The shoes, you know, the handbags, all of the apparel. Okay, apparel for those star seeds that's out here that's ready for their activation. You understand what I'm saying? So and places. We need the Pronoia Star Seed before care, after care, you know, the star care. I ain't even calling it daycare. We need the star care with the star seeds in there pouring into and pollinating the future star seeds. Because if we don't have safe spaces for the children and for the adults to come to, then it's a travesty. You understand what I'm saying? It's a travesty. So the collective minds that are here, this becomes a part of this story. It went from a podcast to a universe. You understand what I'm saying? From a podcast to a universe. And with everybody who's listening, who has the skill sets, who has the ability and the phases of execution, put your hand up and be like, hey, I do this, I do this, I can contribute this. I promise you, what I was saying earlier, everybody was a guest that's here teaching a class on this illustrious platform. There was a guest. Or we was just in the audience. You understand what I'm saying? And we went from the audience to here in a recurring space that's a conglomerate. This is proof of these concepts that we're destroying. We're destroying these concepts, you know, through this Neptune retrograde cycle. We're detoxifying ourselves of old things, old ideas, all of these things that we was holding on to, that we thought we had to be, all those things we thought we had to have. That ish ain't important. You are important. Once you the snake is not going back to the old skin that it shedded and was like, yo, son, I miss that old skin. It recognizes that it was there for a time, and now that new skin is necessary until it's no longer necessary for the next level. You take the lessons that are blessings from each level of skin that you shed or each life that you live, and you share that as a testament and part of your story because somebody needs it. Somebody going through it, they stuck. They think they the first person that ever went through it. They don't know what to do. You are proof. You are the light at the end of their tunnel. You understand? So when I'm speaking about stories from an alchemical perspective, you bring all of your talents and skills to a singular point of focus in regards to what you're bringing into existence, physically or mentally or both. So documenting becomes something of an ancestral inheritance, you know. So for your children, for your grandchildren, for your great grandchildren, you know the struggle of you trying to figure out what you had going on and who you are and what you're doing here and all of that. You don't want to leave that burden on your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren. That's a violation. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children's children to the seventh and tenth generation. What are they inheriting from you? What are they going to venerate you and honor you for when you're no longer in the physical realm and you're in the realm of your ancestors and they're calling on you? Okay? So if you, the plant lady, you descend from somebody who was the plant, somebody before you. And it's a lineage, it's an inheritance. So who's that? Who's that in your lineage? Who's that in your family? Who's that in your friend circle? I promise there's at least one in each space. Now we're collaborative. Now we're thinking. It's like, okay, so how do we package this? How do we market this? How do we get this out to the world? All right, well, who's good with the marketing? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I get you some Sagittarius folk. You understand what I'm saying? To get the word out. Boom. They're gonna tell everybody. You understand what I'm saying? So if you wanted to look, luxurious, get you a Taurus. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so you put all of these things together in this zodiacal wheel and this numeric space, all of these spaces, the human design space, all that's where all of the worlds come together. That's why I was saying earlier about all of these things are part of that particular story. It's one story and it's told from a bunch of different vantage points. So again, the purpose of this book is to help guide you through that thought process. Let me see if I got one more question. Or if y'all got any questions, y'all can ask. Y'all got me on the roll right now. I ain't gonna be up here super duper long. I ain't testing Goddess Rael's gangster. You understand what I'm saying? How well do I understand the business behind my creativity, including publishing, copyright, licensing, contracts, royalties, and ownership? And what knowledge do I need to strengthen? So you can have a great idea and you take it through the filtration system, scrutiny. One of the jewels that I got from the academic environment was an ability to be able to have my ideas scrutinized. Because everything sounded like a good idea to me. I'm like, oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. You want to moonwalk on the moon? Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it. So it all sounds like that until you put these things on them under the microscope. This television show used to come on called Rock. And Charles S. Dutton and his crew from the theater were on. And Rock used to come home to his wife, Eleanor. And he'd be like, Eleanor, baby, we about to be rich. Rock come home from his garbage route. You understand what I'm saying? He put a whole nother meaning to one man's trash is another man's treasure because he treasured everything that he picked up on that route. Okay? He called them perks. So he came home. He come home with this scheme he done concocted in his head. And Eleanor know her man. Eleanor knows her man. She know that bald-headed man gonna be kicking around, and he gonna be excited about this idea, and he on fire. And Eleanor got to put she put a little breeze on it with a little dirt in it. So she be like, all right, baby, I like it because blah, 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 blah. But did you think about this? Did you think about this? And she's talking to him in that kind of way, like, come here, baby, I got you. There we go, Just want you to consider this, consider that. She ain't yelling at him, fussing at him. She know he got some harebrained scheme, but with them two minds coming together, they're gonna see each other. They're gonna remember who each other is in that interaction. And he used to be like, well, I ain't worked that out yet. I ain't worked that out yet. So he was honest with that. You understand what I'm saying? And he was not resentful. So they were both in an environment and they were sharing both sides of the story in order for them to arrive at what the truth is going to be. So yeah, that was one of those, those places, and when you were looking at an idea, it sounds great in your head because it's in your head. It's in your God mind. So in your God mind, you can do anything. Third dimension does offer some restraints though. It offers some barriers. So if you can find a way to navigate the barriers and the challenges, you can do anything. And most people, they find a way to do it. They will find a way to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So those who find a way to do it and do it well and get people to buy into that vision becomes something that's a shared vision. You understand? So when you look at the parameters that I'm speaking about in regards to the business behind the creativity, publishing, copyright, licensing, contracts, royalties, and ownership. This is a lot of these ways where you get tricked out of position based off of not doing the due diligence in that part or leaving it to somebody that you don't really trust like that. Or you just trust that they know what they're doing because they got on a white lab coat or their attorney or whatever the case may be. You got to have somebody in your circle or people in your circle that have those skill sets that you trust, that are properly vetted spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, so you don't have that heartbreak because, you could get got out here, get got. So when you're looking at these aspects of this idea, breaking it down into what it is. There we go. That's right. Shout out to Mahatma Starseed. Okay. One of my Starseed aunties. Right? Yeah. So when you look at those aspects and you break them down, they're all there and contained. Chapter 9 is dedicated to protecting what you create, protecting what you build, protecting your message, protecting your voice, protecting your investment. Um, and, and Scarface, they say, where you going? You say, I got to look after my investment. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to look after your investment because this is something that can follow you for life, bring income, opportunities, resources to you, to your family, and to your future generations if these things are structured properly. And this is some way to leave an inheritance for your future. So through your documentation, by whatever means you do, and then you protecting this thing, right? Because people be trying to jack. They're gonna be trying to jack it. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna be trying to take your stuff. They're gonna try to take your name, your image, your likeness, whatever the case may be. So, are you structured properly to lessen that? There's nothing 100% foolproof. However, you can have mechanisms in place for you to be able to do it. So, I literally wrote this book, Voices of the Diaspora, Volume 9, for the creatives out here, for the speakers, the writers, the poets, the MCs, the entertainers, whoever is in that realm of telling your story. Your black story needs to be told righteously. You don't need all of this salaciousness surrounding your story unless that's your story. If it's not, who you are is enough. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Who you are is more than enough, as a matter of fact. And deciding on what it is in regards to what kind of mark you want to leave in the world after you're no longer physically here is important. People are saying legacy. What about immediacy? If somebody was to be able to pick up the task that you left and keep on going, did you leave something for them to be able to do it? You leave some basic instructions before leaving Earth? So that aspect of this becomes of vital importance because you don't want your great-grandchildren to be talking greasy about you, okay? Because you ain't leave them nothing. You didn't leave them an inheritance. So if they start hating on the plant lady and decide they don't want the plant lady out here planting seeds in the minds and the hearts of the people, we just gonna say, forget it. Ain't no more plant lady. Nah, that ain't how it works. So you plant the seeds in the mind of the people who is going to continue to go and grow, so they can keep going. They can continue on. And they can plant seeds in the mind, and then the mind field continues to grow exponentially. And the people who benefit from the increase have a bountiful harvest that awaits them. So I'm done unless there's any more questions. And you can get this book for me. What's today? You can get this book for $19 from me directly. Cash App or PayPal. Cash App is $ Knowledge Born Alive. PayPal is paypal.me/Do the Knowledge Radio. So you want to get the book, you got questions, you want to set up some sort of discussion, some sort of consultation, whatever the case may be, you get the book and we can build on it. We can build on it and make it happen. So, Goddess Rael, I love you. Thank you for this time and space. I ain't go too overboard. I hope not. You understand? And I pray that you learned something tonight that spoke to the urgency and the immediacy of you sharing your story with the world, because the world needs you, and the world needs your story even more.
Excuse me. I will want to burp as soon as I get ready to come back on. I have been off all the time drinking this sparkling water. Got me over here. Sound like I'm Homer Simpson.
Get a little water. Get a little water.
But yes. So I was inspired. I wanted to bring up a story that I'd heard recently, which inspired me. There's a project that I'm going to start here on Pronoia that I asked the Starseed to watch, to participate in, as well as our Starseeds who come on. And it's the Seed Project. But I was inspired to do the Seed Project because so I know everybody knows who Betty Crocker is, right? Like everybody who bought the Betty Crocker cake at one point in their lives. So when Betty Crocker first created Betty Crocker, the cake mix was simply add water. Right, so you get a cake mix and add water. it did not take off. And the reason they found out that it didn't take off was because women didn't feel like they were doing anything. There was no participation. There was no involvement in just adding water. And so they added an egg. And just by adding that egg, it changed everything. It became like a household brand. Everybody was willing to go and buy it now because they were able to participate, to be a part of it. And Pronoia is kind of like, if you come, you can just add water. But if you want to really become a part of it, I need you to bring your egg. And so with the seed project, so let me just pull this up real quick because I read it out. And so every month, the beginning of the month, I'm going to basically ask the Starseeds to sow a seed. And it doesn't have to be a physical seed, though it can be if that's what you choose for it to be. But it's a seed such as maybe reconciling or speaking to someone you haven't spoken to in a long time. Let me see, because I wrote all of the ones I thought were very impactful that we could do. And anything you can really come up with. But at the beginning of the month, I like you to sow the seed, and then by the end of the month, we'll have a discussion. You can come on stage, you can talk, you can send us a feedback. You can write in the comments on how you've seen the seed grow within your life. So let me see, hold on a second. I had it up. So many projects I'm working on at one time. But let's see. But basically, it's sowing the seed. It's basically giving back to yourself, giving back to someone else, doing the right thing, and seeing how that goes. Maybe it's like a phone call to someone you haven't talked to in a long time. Maybe it's, going to a shelter and just doing that consistently once a week just to give back. You see it in the month how you feel, or how someone else, how you impacted someone else's life. I'm asking us to do that because as Starseeds, like, we have an obligation in a way to shine our light. And I know that, we get busy in life and things happen and, we have to work, we got to pay our bills and all those good things. But we always need to be sowing seeds so that we can always be showing the divine spark within us, right? Like, there's to be carried a divine light and to sow a seed into someone else or even into ourselves is to, like, basically give back what divine has given to you. So if divine has shown you grace, but show someone else grace. If you had a great week and you got a little extra money today, like, go and put that into something with someone else who may not have had a great week, who may not have a little extra, and just see how far that goes. And I'm just encouraged the Starseeds to do that at least once a month. Just find one cause, something to put a seed into, and then watch it grow. I'm not saying you got to plant a million seeds in a month. No, one seed, water it, and just watch it grow and see how it over time it continues to grow. And if you do that once a month, every month, that'd be 12 seeds planted every year. And think about how impactful that could be. Just that small impact. We don't know how impactful we are to each other. We don't realize that we can change someone's life with a small seed. So I am going to introduce this on every podcast moving forward in the beginning of the podcast, and I ask that we plant those seeds. Shout out to the 12 and the Ryan. Always Ryan timing. Wow. Yep. I put it on my heart when I heard it, Betty Crocker, and I'm just like, I was trying to figure out ways to get the Starseeds because you guys are always engaging in comments, but you don't realize how much you have grown from the university. Like, every description, every time you show up, every time you show up, it's encouraging for us to keep going. Because, we do this, we can sit here and talk to ourselves all day, but we really truly do this for you. And sometimes I go back and watch it. I'm doing it for me because I don't even know how stuff I'm saying to be divine. I go back and listen, I'm like, hey, that was good. But honestly, do it for you, because I understand that, like, I didn't have anybody when I needed people. So I want to be that person for others. And even if it's just to come to the podcast, and we're here all the time. So you can't even say, man, I ain't never got nowhere else to go. That's a lie. I'm like, you're not there, maybe I'll be here today. We'll be back on tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow. Or you can inbox us. You can, we are all reachable because we understand that we are unique. Starseeds are unique, and unique people need other unique people who understand them. So thank you for always tapping in, tuning in, and supporting Pronoia Starseed podcast. Because this is my little bit of legacy I plan to leave behind, along with other things. And like my voice recordings. One day I will have someone just jot down all my voice recordings when I pass away. And man, I'm gonna tell you, it's some jewels. It's some real jewels in there. Like, just things that when I put on my heart, and I'm like, oh, let me get it out real quick. And I've never shared it, but eventually, it's a part of the story, the bigger story. Mikey Dadas.
That's it. Thank you again. Honest to you, honest to this illustrious podcast this in the university, okay? And shout out to my professors up in here. You understand what I'm saying? Tuning in, doing what they do. And thank you always, Starseed Mother Ma'am, for keeping the doors open for us to build. This is therapy for us as well, too. To hear each other, to grow from each other, and, to be able to share lived experiences, lessons learned, trials and tribulations, you understand what I'm saying? And celebration, so.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm grateful for you guys being here. It would get a little lonely over here in this universe alone. So thank you for taking this ride on this fantastic voyage with me. And that's great. You start documenting your life seriously about a month after your youngest was born. That is awesome. I think that we should all be documenting our lives, because we are the stories that we read about. Our lives are those stories.
Right.
It's in the Bible and these different books that we continuously read for encouragement. Your life, it can be encouraging to someone else, So shout out to you. Yeah, he sure did came with the truth and the knowledge tonight, for sure. For sure.
Send Goddess Rael your email, and I'll tell Baby Blue, I'll send her the book. I'll send her the book too. Okay. So thank Goddess Rael.
I have her email.
Okay.
Well, you guys know this is Pronoia Starseed podcast, and Pronoia means the universe is always conspiring in your favor, no matter what. Yes, what others will see as Bible 20. Absolutely. And you know what? That's why I'm so excited when I saw that you talked about your grimoire, right? These are things, these are books, these are experiences that need to be documented. And not everybody has to go through everything. Sometimes you can read about it and that be enough to inspire you to go another way, or to go that way. So your story is important. So thank you so much. And you guys, Pronoia means the universe is always inspiring in your favor, no matter what. So keep your head up. Know that things always will work out for you, because you are the universe in human form. Enjoy the rest of your night and never settle. Peace.
Yeah. I had to elevate my mental. I got up off my ass and pressed the gas on my potential. I tamed my temptations, now I'm taking care of my temple. I pull up to the function, skip the line, I'll show credentials. They know I'm presidential. Everything monumental when you recognize your moment. See, I built it on my own, so ain't no question if I own it. They used to laugh, call me alone, and now they asking for a loan. See, my ex said I wouldn't succeed. I plant my feet and now I grown. See, I used to be a stoner, now I'm high off life. I'm up high in plain sight, just hopped off a flight. Me and Hunt OT, now they gotta raise the price, cause I invested in myself and made it back overnight. Dog, we all fall short, don't give a fuck about your height. In America, do you wrong, so you better know your rights. See, they do it for attention, I just follow intuition. I'm on a mission, why they missing? I ain't difficult, I'm different. Ooh. Nah, I can't settle. See, I bet it on myself, now everything getting better. Nah, I can't settle. They want me to come down, told them meet me on my level. Nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, I deserve a medal. Yeah, nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, with my gold medal. See, I used to try to force it, now I flow with it. They threw dirt up on my name, but now I grow with it. I used to wait up on my blessing, now I go get it. I'm done waiting, done debating. If God tests me, let him grade me. This that top shelf flow, yeah, I'm way out your reach. Used to choose between shoes, now I tell them give me each. But I don't brag about no fashion, cause I ain't one for the flash. Used to sag, now I'm a grown man. I keep my belt fast and had so much on my plate. But then I started fasting, then I started meditating, then I started levitating. This that self-knowledge, black man educated, could've been in that cell. Now every day a celebration. Now these days I practice celibacy and focus on development. And I ain't really emotional, I'm just emotionally intelligent. Shawty call me selfish cause I don't focus on my betterment. These days I'm on a higher level, no I can't settle. Whoa. Nah, I can't settle. See, I bet it on myself, now everything getting better. Nah, I can't settle. They want me to come down, told them meet me on my level. Nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, I deserve a medal. Yeah, nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, dog, I'm special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, with my gold medal. Yeah.
The rain isn't over. Newsman on the TV tells me there's gonna be thunder crashing over me. I'm running for cover. Footsteps on the concrete beneath me. They're cheering me onwards with that simple melody. When day feels like night, I can be my own light. Go dancing in the rain, dancing in the rain. Oh, if I find it inside, I can learn how to shine. I can shine it through the rain. Maybe I can be somebody's rainbow. Maybe I could be somebody's shelter. Tell them they can lean on my shoulders. Yeah, they're stronger than they seem. I'll carry you over when the puddles seem too deep. I'll carry you homewards. I'll help you find your feet. When day feels like night, I can be my own light. Go dancing in the rain, dancing in the rain. Oh, umbrella in your cocktail. I can be the sugar in your dark and stormy. If it rains a lot, we can set sail. No matter the weather, you can always call me. I'll be the umbrella in your cocktail. I can be the sugar in your dark and stormy. If it rains a lot, we can set sail. No matter the weather, you can always call me. When day feels like night, I can be my own light. Go dancing in the rain, go dancing in the rain. Oh, if I find it inside, I can learn how to shine. I can shine it through the rain. Maybe I could be somebody's rainbow.
Peace and love, it's lava at the park. Yeah. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. Don't let them define you. You're growing through dimensions, no losses, just lessons. And that's why your faith is strong. Anytime you hit your lowest, always bounce back. Anytime you lost your glow, got your shine back. Anytime you felt alone, God had your back. Better know that you're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. I love you, reflection. We flexing on our haters. We wish them the best, but protecting our sacred love. No weapons formed against us could take us away from God. We praying, we praising, we grateful. We came from love. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. Hey baby, you got the ball? Thank you. Ooh, never forget who you are and where you come from. Peace and love.
Learn to cloud surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times, so I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my coat to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.